You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take it. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. These kids are suburban criminals. So in the thumbnail is a picture of two kids, guys, grown men. That's how they do us. So two grown men, kids, who tried to rob a store that was ran by an Asian guy, and he wound up stabbing one of the guys. And I was like, yes. And then there was a video circulating of the young men who looked like out of their parents' newer model BMW to rob a liquor store with assault rifles and masks. And the one guy got shot in the arm, and he ran out screaming, he shot my arm off. He shot my arm off. And I was like, oh, happy day when Jesus washed. I got gospel. I felt like I was in the choir right there. I was like, yes. Thank you. Hallelujah. Yeah, is that wrong? No, it's not. Because for years and years and years, I've been telling y'all that a bunch of these suburban kids are criminals. But because they didn't have it on camera, and because they let folks get away with stuff far too often, they just walk off and go home. See, the person that got stabbed couldn't just walk and go home. The kid that got shot couldn't just go home. You get what I'm saying? Had to take him to the hospital. I remember years ago I was at work, working in the suburbs. And I was there was these two banks, like not that far from each other. It was like Bank, Panda Express, Bank. And I walked in one day, and there was a pallet of money in the safe. Like the safe was open, there was a pallet of money. And I'm looking, and I walked in, I said, these white folks are really just tripping. And the other bank, the safe was open, but no pallet of money. And I went back to work, and I told my coworkers, I said, you know what? White people are too comfortable in the suburbs because they're going to get robbed. And sure enough, a white guy on a bike, not a motorcycle, a bicycle, robbed both of those banks and rode the bike home, and the police showed up too late. Like, what's going on? Oh, dear, this is dastardly. I'm like, suburban kids are criminals. What are you talking about? You go in the suburbs, you'll see people in the grocery store stealing stuff all the time. Malls, stealing stuff all the time. I've told this story on my channel before where I was in the mall, and it's like an entrance. It's like the entrance is like a Burlington coat factory. And one of the entrances, it's a big mall, like an outlet mall. That's what it is. So I'm walking in, and one of the security guards like, hey. No, he was walking out. I was walking out. The security guard wanted to check me, and I was like, what's going on? Like, just making sure you're not stealing. And he was a cool dude, but because we got cool after a while. So I flat out told him, I was like, all right. He's like, people coming here stealing all the time. And I just looked at him, I said, listen, if I wanted to steal, I would get some white folks to do it. And he's like, what? I said, y'all don't watch them. Y'all watch the whole time you're watching me, you wouldn't be watching them stealing. And a light bulb went off in his head. I could see he was like. So we kind of got cool because he was like we say what's up to each other, blah blah blah, because it wasn't no heated exchange. But for years, you go to the suburbs, you see white kids doing all kinds of stuff, doing drugs, buying drugs, like all the stuff that we say is ghetto and hood. They do it in the suburbs. It's just people, they go blind. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. Silly stuff. That's where you see all all of these porch pirates, people running up to people's houses and stealing stuff, suburban. And a lot of these crimes have happened, when school is out. So these are school-age teenagers, because you can tell by their body types. Super skinny, look like they don't have a grown body yet, running around, messing with people and their stuff. And when a guy got stabbed, guess what? That's what you get. Trying to intimidate people, the guys that hopped out of the car and the guy got shot at the liquor store. Old man came out Clint Eastwood style on him. Well, look here. Like John Wayne, whatever. Look here, partner. Before you walk into my saloon, I reckon you best be ready for the smoke. And he got shot. That's what I'm talking about. And it's like, that's what you get. But they do this all the time because, how many times you go to the suburbs, you hit, do you know who my dad is? Do you know who this is? Do you know who that is? I've seen it too many times. Last story before I go. Working in the suburbs one day, cops pull a kid over, the kid's like, what is that? Is this? Is that? Is that? And one of the cop, one white cop, one black female cop. The kid was Mexican. And his mom was dating a white dude, so the white dude came out, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. The dude could have been his dad. I don't know. And I looked over at the cop when the black cop was like they was leaning on the Mexican kid, and she looked at me and she put her head down. She's like, because they criminals. They just let them off the hook all the time. But like, share, subscribe, and I'll try and catch y'all on the next one. Peace.